And we're live. Welcome to Paranormal Question and Answer Time with Anne and Renata. Go grab your cuppa, get back here. We're going to be back in a few seconds, maybe a minute, but we'll answer all your questions. Write them in the comments. Welcome everyone. My name is Anne Rekovich. I am a paranormal investigator and owner of Oz Paratech, Australia's largest online paranormal equipment store. Been officially investigating now for about 13 years, and this is...
I'm Renata Daniel, and I am the owner of Newcastle Ghost Tours. So it is a tour company here in Newcastle. So I do take around public tours to some of the most haunted places in the area. I'm also a psychic and a tarot card reader, and I have been doing this, or being in the spiritual field, for probably about 30 odd years now.
Right. So welcome. Who is watching for the first time tonight? Let us know. And tonight, for the first time, we are going live on Instagram as well. There is quite a bit of a delay on Instagram, I've noticed. So, we will hopefully see the questions pop up here. Now, hello, Rosemary. Sister Rosemary, we know from Ireland by any chance? Hello, the guy, you won't believe it today. Just got about to do my P1 driving test, but then the instructor deemed my car unroadworthy due to a bald front left tyre. Oh, no.
Dear me.
Oh, no, you would have all been psyched, ready for that, and then you had to fork out for a tyre with no reward. Well, the reward is that you're safe, so that's good.
Desley says, has your car got the sign Newcastle Ghost Tours? Yes, it does. It does. Along each side.
And I'm just about to replace my beautiful ghost car, my bright red car, and I'm sort of tossing up what I'm going to do. Obviously, I'm going to keep my ghost number plate, but I don't know what...
Rosemary is with Pick Up Paranormal.
So it is Rosemary. Hello.
Danielle's been telling us about all the places.
No, this is the Aussie one. Nope, I'm an Aussie. Well, you're welcome anyway, Rosemary.
That's
you're just
okay,
as special as our Puka Paranormal one. Who we got? We've got Linda, first time, Cheryl, first time, Jody's from Colorado, one of my favourite states. Hello, Mr. Bobbert. It's not tarot night. This is our Paranormal Q A night. So what you can do, if you've got any burning questions in regards to the paranormal, we used to do this on our Spooky Sunday shows where people texted in their questions or their comments, and we would pop it up on the radio show and answer them. So does anyone have any questions for us this evening?
Yes, that is correct. Anyone have any questions? Lisa, our beautiful Lisa, has already got one. Question just popped into my head. What is the most frequently occurring case of residual energy you've heard about? The most frequent thing we always hear about are the footsteps down the hallway or the corridor that tend to stop at a doorway, and then you may walk out because you're behind that door and there is nothing there. So it's normally footsteps, and they normally occur at around the same time. When they do occur, they normally form or follow the same pattern. They stop in the same place, and there is no one there when you go looking.
Oh, I'm so glad you got your Chrissy card, Joanne. Have you sorted out the fare? Because the fare is the most important thing. I asked you a couple of questions in the message I sent you. Had you bought your ticket, etc., etc. I was just worried for you. Hello, Bernadette. How are you? Been a while. Of course, we're looking fabulous. We're looking older, more wrinkly. Right, Cheryl, first timer, has got a question. While investigating is asking questions over and over. Okay.
No.
Oh, I think it is.
No.
I think it is. Depends on
what questions you ask.
It also depends on the task, what you're doing for the investigation. Because if you're doing Spirit Box and you are saying, can you tell me your name? And you get Tomato, then go, what's your name, Tomato? No, I'm not sure if you can hear me, but I'm asking, can you tell me your name? Because you're trying to get some sort of intelligent conversation coming through. So I think that's okay, but I think I know what you're talking about. Go on.
Are you there, Spirit? Can you show us a sign? Are you there, Spirit? Can you show us a sign? Are you there, Spirit? Can you show us a sign?
Can you show us another sign, Spirit? And not even thank you for that sign, Spirit. Just show me another sign, Spirit. That is the one thing.
And I know we do that, and we often do that when we're actually recording, because sometimes what will happen is that you may hear a noise, and it might be like a knock or something. And so automatically what you do is, if that was you, can you do that again, please? That's kind of the likelihood of what will happen when you're out doing those investigations. And I just wonder for myself that if it is an intelligent source that we're dealing with, do they get really bored and kind of pissed off that you're asking all the time? Like, I knocked once. Do I have to really knock again? And I know we're doing it because
we're excited.
And we want people who are watching or are going to watch what we've just recorded to hear that noise again. We'll be doing that at the Ancient Realm Inn. We'll be going, Spirit,
show us a sign, because that's where it was ingrained into us.
Can you knock me off the bed, please, Spirit?
And for those of you who don't know, on our very first night, when we land at 6 a.m. on the Monday night, we have booked the whole of the Ancient Ram Inn just for our 4 little black souls. We will get off the plane after travelling for 25 hours with probably no sleep to drive all day and explore till 7 p.m. that night, and then check into the Ancient Ram Inn, which is no longer a hotel with hot running showers and beds and things like that. It is set up to show you what the inn would have been like. So it's sort of like a bit of a museum. But we're going in there for the whole night. No shower.
Oh, you'll find me somewhere wrapped up in a rug or something, a blanket in a corner. I don't know whether I'll last that long, honestly.
Oh, look, we're going to give it a crack, but I thought for those of us who are a little bit wide awake or whatever, at least we're in a haunted place to investigate. What is your best bit of kit for recording for long times? I use my phone audio recorder 4 hours straight, but very little battery usage for 4 hours straight. Wow. I find with big files like that is difficult to get all the audio downloaded. I use the little Olympus digital recorders, which have the USB port that you just flick it forward and it plugs straight into your computer. That runs on AAA batteries, and it lasts a long time. But, I mean, you can get ones like this is what we record the podcast on. You can get I hope you could see the bloody thing, wouldn't it? Shut up, bitch. You can get one like that. That's the H6 Zoom, and you can plug that into the mains power and have it running on mains, so it will last as long as your memory card lasts. And these ones will take hefty memory cards. Is that what you meant, Danielle? My flatmates think this place is haunted. They talk about seeing a ghost. They're jumpy and scared all the time. I've never seen a ghost. Never seen a thing. I've been here for nearly 500 years. I love that. On your recent overseas trips, have you found any new emerging equipment that is not available here? Very good question. Very good question. That's where we discovered cat balls.
At the Ancient Ramy?
At the Ancient Ramy in the United Kingdom. We went, oh, this is a good idea. I like this. Yeah, we have. There was one when we were in New Orleans, one of our companions that was travelling with us was telling us about some sort of helmet thing. It was like the God helmet, but it was a different one. I'm sure I wrote it down, but it's on my old phone. And it sounded fascinating. And it was, at least they were trying something different.
That's not the one that Amy's Crypt has created, is it?
No. That's a virtual reality thing, that one. No, this was does anyone know what it is? It's an American team that's created it. It's going to annoy me now. I actually saw it pop up in something the other day. Oh, look at all these comments. I will try to have a look, but if we do see things, we do try to find, like when we were in Northern Ireland, they had this Ouija board which had the planchette up here. It was on a really big long spring, and you had to put your hands on the planchette and it would bend over to touch the letter that it wanted to go to.
Yeah, I wasn't too keen on that.
It was crap.
Thank you for whoever just sent us some money.
Oh, Amelia, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so kind. We are also trying to get some money together to take cousin Steve over to America with us so we can do some filming next year. So thank you so much, Amelia. That is so generous of you. I really appreciate that. I've lost the comment. Don't you hate that? Oh, here we are. That one, actually, you see the Test Melbourne, so it costs more than... no, we've driven the Tesla around... Was this Teslas? Because we've driven them around Scotland, England and the United States, and seriously... such a safe car. I adore it. I don't mind sitting around waiting for things to be charged. Australia is so behind on the charging situation, but unless we all start doing something about the good old oil fuel stuff, they won't step up and put the things up. So the fueling stations up, but they're catching up. Why do Ouija boards always have such a bad name? I've been using them for years and never had an issue. Everyone always goes to demons and all that shit.
You can thank Hollywood for that. And it's good to have something that you can all be terrified and scared of when it comes to the paranormal, isn't it? And so the dear old Ouija board has become the scapegoat. And it's very, very simple to use. It can't talk back to you and tell you, no, I'm not demonic. It doesn't sort of have flashing lights or anything. It's just this very simple piece of cardboard. So very easy to demonize and to keep it that way, really. We kind of think the same way as you, Amberly. It really is just another method of communication that was created prior to all of this new stuff, which is what we're doing now anyway. We're still communicating with spirit. We're just not doing it through a Ouija board. We're using more modern technology, but we're doing the same thing. Because of the movies, because of the bad rap people have given it, because it's something that was in very many households that people tend not to say. It was in so many households and the kids got to it and they started playing around with it and then they freaked themselves out. And, of course, that's what happens. It's interesting that most of the people that we talk to, they will say, oh, I had a bad experience with it once. And you go, well, when was once? Oh, when I was about 12 or 13. It's always when they were really, really young and they sneaked into their mum and dad's room or something and grabbed it when they went home.
Okay, I'm just going to quickly jump over here. We've got, I don't know if this will show up. Why is that still on there? Where's your favourite? This is Heath on, what do you call that thing? Instagram. Where is your favourite place to go ghost hunting?
Somewhere overseas.
The next place.
Somewhere overseas. Somewhere where we're going in about 45 days' time. I don't know. Somewhere where we haven't been before. It's always exciting to go somewhere you haven't been before.
I like to go to the places that have the big reputations of the big hauntings where things always happen. And then we go in and we're going, oh, something's going to happen tonight. We're excited. And we realise that we're far too happy about it, so nothing comes near us. Thank you for joining us on Instagram. I will jump over every now and then and I will get some of those questions too. Are you going to do Spooky Night with the wonderful Erin from Cedar this year? Again, we hope to. It's just a matter of finding the time when we are both here in Australia. Or me on cruises and things like that. Renata might end up having to go without me. I'm on a few cruises and holidays at the moment. The other day I attended my first call with the New South Wales RFS. No fires, ended up cleaning up a spill on the M4, which was a spill of orange juice concentrate. Oh, God.
That would have smelt a bit in the hot sun.
Do you find it harder or easier investigating inside or out in the open? I prefer inside. You have more control over the environment and are able to pinpoint where sounds are coming from better. And also there's no mosquitoes normally inside. Don't do well with the mosquitoes and midgies and gnats and all that sort of stuff. They love me. I'm so tasty. What about you?
The likelihood is that you will get more inside in an environment because, the walls and things are supposed to be the stuff that absorbs all of that energy. Outside, you've got, nice fresh air, you've got rain that cleanses, you've got all of this stuff that's sort of really cleansing. I don't do kind of investigations that are like going out into the Australian bush searching for yowies and things like that. That's not me. I have terrible night vision. So unless I've got like a huge torch that is lighting the way up, I will fall over.
She does.
And so I just can't. I can't. I will fall over and crack a hip.
And we just like the controlled environment. David Destroyer on Instagram wants to know, is there going to be a new collaboration with the Butsman? Yep, there is. He was actually meant to be filming something last night, but he didn't come and get the cameras.
Oh, okay.
Don't know what happened to him. But we have one booked in February. So it will probably come out in March, I would say, at a guess. Have you seen your pets? Have your pets seen ghosts?
Yes.
Possibly.
Yes.
Possibly.
Yeah. My little pug has the amazing best hearing ever, and I'm sure he hears whatever is like 5 streets away, and he'll stop and he'll stare. And that's something that I was mentioning to someone a couple of days ago, that when they stop and stare, they may not necessarily be seeing something. They may be listening for noise, and it's just that they're stopping at that moment and they're really concentrating on where noise is coming from. So just because they stop, it may not mean that there is something actually directly in front of them. They may be listening for a noise that's quite some distance away.
Right. Simone. Hello, Simone. I've starred all the questions so I can come back and find them. Do you guys have your own favourite paranormal investigators? It's so hard. I have people that I respect and that I enjoy watching, who I feel have the same sort of ideals as myself, and that would be Alison and Kag from Haunted Horizons. I don't do well with the what was that? although we might have to start doing some of that to get some views. We're a little bit too chill, I think.
Yeah, we've decided we're too chill. We need to be more, frightened of places.
They want to know if that's a tattoo on your left arm. I've got my the fox, which is my puppy dog, and I've got the ghost that's down here. You can't. There's a funny story with this one. I'll come in a little closer for this, and I'll put some light on it so you can see it. So this is a ghost that I got done on Norfolk Island, and when he did the ghost, it was a long, thin ghost, and then he let go of my skin and it became a short, fat ghost. So that's what happens when you get older. Renata, you've got tats as well.
Hi, Glennis.
Hello, Gladys.
Yeah, I've got one on there and one on there, and I've got my little
one up there.
My little ghostie's up there.
We still owe Danielle a tattoo.
We owe Danielle a tattoo.
We're going to try and do it before we go.
It
depends on whether my inheritance comes through or not, which sounds terrible. But that's where I'm at. It's your boy 156. About 3 months ago, me and my friends went to a cemetery and we think our friend had been possessed. On the way home, it sounded as if he was speaking parcel tongue. All right.
Well, you will go out to a cemetery, won't you? God.
So you'd be freaking yourselves out. Okay. Was there alcohol involved or maybe some other substances is the first question I'll ask. Was this in Australia? Were you dehydrated? Had you had one can of mother too many? I say this in all seriousness.
And some cemeteries actually spray
chemicals and things.
Chemicals for rabbits and things.
Or the one that I went to where they were shooting rabbits and we walked in and we didn't know.
You have to also be careful that you're not smelling.
You're not high on chemicals.
Yeah, and we say that with all honesty.
Yeah, we do.
You've given us a little bit of information. I'd love to know how long this lasted for him, when he snapped out of it. What did he say once he snapped out of it? Does he remember going into some sort of a trance or something? So if you can, and how old was this person as well? If you could let us know all of those things, then we might be able to assist and help you with some more information.
Hello, Becca Lee. How are you? We love saying Becca Lee. Shane, do you think cats are seeing ghosts when they stare at a blank wall, or are they just being little pricks? I had a friend who used to give them a really good name, which is Cat See You Next Tuesdays. They could be seeing anything at all, and it could be a reflection on the wall, it could be a little insect, it could be a spider web, it could be anything. I don't necessarily think that they're seeing a ghost against a blank wall, but yeah, they're probably just mucking with you as well. I wouldn't put it past that.
Yeah, they could be. They could be just going, stuff you, I'm going to pretend there's something here.
I agree. I think spirits get so bored. I've had a recent experience with someone who needed help with being haunted by a spirit, being projected from a living person, thoughts. Now, that's a really interesting thing because that's like a curse where you wish someone ill. And this would be more your area.
I don't get you.
Okay, so
a recent experience with someone who needed help with being haunted by a spirit, being projected from a living person.
So it's a thought form.
Mm.
A bit like the Philip experiment. It's a thought form. It's something they've created and projected towards them. I don't think that's actually what it is. I think that somebody would be putting energy into that idea and therefore empowering that thought form.
Well, you've got a couple of things going on. You've got the person that's actually creating this, which is one unfortunate thing. And then you've got the person who is the victim or believes that they are the victim of this, which is the other unfortunate thing. And so both of them are keeping this thing alive. the person who is projecting this, if they have no control over it any longer, then you have a real issue and a problem on your hands. And my question is, why is this person doing this in the first place? Why are they projecting this thought form out and haunting someone?
Or are they actually doing that, or is it that this person thinks they're doing that? Because I was having this conversation today where a thought is not actually a thing. It is only a thought. It's not a reality. If you think that something is something, that doesn't make it so. You know what I mean? It's you've got to actually go and look for yourself to see if it's really happening or not. So maybe they've created this issue themselves. Kate said there is a bathroom and shower at the Ancient Ram Inn, but no idea if there's hot water. We're going to be there the first Monday in March. It'll be very nipply. It's all right. We've got wet wipes. We'll get the Kleenex wet wipes out and use a pack. Dave, man, long-time lurker, first-time poster this year. Do you believe that people can see spirits in photographs when there is nothing evident there? And what are your thoughts on aura healing? I saw it being performed and ignorantly thought, what in the hippie shit is this? Two good questions there. So, firstly, do you believe that people can see spirits in photographs when there is nothing evident?
Happens all the time. And because all of this is really subjective, I guess, who are we to say they're not seeing anything? I don't know.
Well, we've deliberately put photos up that we know are not spirit and have said, this is not spirit, but it's interesting what can happen when a camera does this. People ignore it anyway and say, I can see that spirit. Oh, and look, there's 5 others I can see, and then they'll send it back to you with red rings around it.
Yeah.
And it'll be little folds in the curtain that cast a shadow and
yeah. And I really don't know about aura healing. That could be a little bit too woo-woo for me. And in saying that, I do energy healing. But I don't necessarily work on I don't see colours, I don't see aura colours. I just work within the energy field that is around a person. And people might say, well, that's the same thing as the aura. Yeah, okay. But I also, in saying that, Dave, this week I really had this thing of going onto TikTok and seeing someone coming on TikTok and giving Reiki healing a bad rap, saying that the symbols that are used in Reiki healing are all demonic and
I'd like to see
negative.
what she's using, or they're using as a reference material.
And that
the Bible.
Whoever the person was that brought Reiki down from the mountain, wherever that mountain was, that was a negative place to be doing it. And so no one, they've been bringing through demonic energies when they've used symbols in their Reiki healing. And I've gone, what? This has never, ever arisen before. And now all of a sudden everyone's chiming in and going, oh, me too. And I'm going, who taught you this stuff? And how are you doing this? Where are you going with this? So I don't know. So, anything's possible with people and TikTok.
So have we answered both of those? Yep, we have. Awesome. Jody said, recommendations for best travel torch. Oh, we struggle with torches, flashlights.
I'm not a good torch person. I lose them all or I break them.
And I end up with torches I don't own.
Yeah. They never work for me. They're always either breaking down or going flat or whatever. If you can get one that you can recharge.
Temu.
They're great. But then you've got to have...
See, I don't like the rechargeable ones because if they go flat while you're investigating, you can't make another battery in it.
That's right.
So I think just like get a little cheapy one to travel with. It doesn't weigh too much. And it just runs on a couple of batteries and just replace it as needed. And if you lose it, it doesn't matter. But I do love a big flashlight. with many tens of thousands of lumens. I also like red. I do like red light. Ooh, that's my UV light. Best we don't show that anyway. It could get a bit awkward. Yeah, so red is good. And apart from the fact you get really cool photos with the red flashlight, you don't lose your night vision. If people flash a white light in your face, you go, oh, like that. But the red light does not make your pupil shut down too quickly, so it's not as bad. So, Bernadette, do you watch paranormal shows? I used to. I don't anymore. I get annoyed when people seem condescending and pushy when communicating with spirits. Find it frustrating that so many investigators think everything is demonic or evil. You are speaking out. Speak.
I think that's what's turned me off too, Bernadette. Yeah. I don't get any of the channels that you have to pay for, so I haven't been lucky enough to watch some of the shows that are, really, really out there, and everyone's watching them. But some of the ones that I have watched, it's kind of really the same old, and they've got to turn everything evil. And the moment
for views,
even the moment they say demon, I'm out. It's done. They haven't even started, and it's already there's something demonic, and you go, really. Oh, and so it's like, yeah, we got to get people here to watch the thing, so we're going to call a demon in.
We have got part 2 coming out of the New South Wales most haunted hotel, which is the Bushranger Bushranger Hotel at Collector, and we've just seen the second half, and we forgot, because we filmed this over a year ago, we forgot how much activity we had going on. It was insane. You wait till you see this next episode. It'll be on YouTube. We might even put it up tomorrow. We'll put it up tomorrow. We've just got to watch it through one more time and let us know what you think, because there is shit going down there that I cannot explain.
I get scared for the first time.
Renata gets scared. And she has no voice. It was when she lost her voice, so she's sniffing and coughing a bit, but it's cool. I had to talk a lot. Hide and seek Paraquest. We are so excited to be coming to see you in February. I'm going to give those nuns a run for their money. I won't have my Tesla by then, but I'm going to hire one because I've got to go on my Tesla. All right, good question. How do you identify that a haunting is related to a poltergeist?
Well, you've got to work out what's going on, first of all, and whether there is an intelligence behind it. Although they kind of say that with a poltergeist, often there isn't. It's two kind of different things. I don't know. It's really complicated.
Hi, Sky.
It's complicated. And like the poltergeist part of it is all about the movement of items and, whether things are being moved around, whether, furniture is being moved or things are appearing and disappearing or, there are scratches on the wall, all of that sort of stuff that normally you think about when you think about poltergeists in the movies. And so that's kind of what you're looking for. Just because there is a little bit of activity, but the rest of it seems to be associated with someone who's trying to put a message through or send something through to someone within the household or whatever it might be, may not necessarily mean that there's a poltergeist involved.
Yeah, from my readings and observations so far, a poltergeist does not actually have any intelligence behind it. It is energy, excess energy, almost like blowing up a balloon too far and the balloon can no longer contain it, so it explodes. And they always relate it to being demonic and that sort of stuff, but
there could be multiple things going on.
We don't know. It could be, they say, the teenagers and the hormones and the changeover and latent psychokinetic ability. So many things it could be. But a ghost is essentially supposed to be a human or a spirit, whatever you want to call it, someone who is living here on this earth that is past and can now intelligently respond to you from the other side. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Sort of?
Yeah.
Hi, Beck. What do you think of shadow people? Constant one in the corner of my room. What do they want? Help. For me, and this is only my thoughts on it, is that a shadow person or black shadows or whatever it is actually something that cannot manifest or does not have the energy to manifest to full, not thickness, but, full sight, or it's the shade of something that was there. To me, it's not evil. It may just be someone who's trying to get your attention, or they're watching over you. They may not actually need to do anything. It could be residual, just somebody who used to be there, or it could be a shadow of something which is making you freak out a little bit.
I wonder if you put light in that corner, whether you still see the shadow person. Even a torch up against the wall, or
those little cheap
salt lamp,
a
little salt lamp.
Oh,
or
salt
something.
lamp, yeah. That'd be nice.
Whether that shadow person would still be there. It would be just an interesting exercise to do.
Oh, Joanne, is there anywhere in the UK you would love to visit? Let's start down the bottom and just move through every centimetre of the whole of the UK.
We have a map. You've got that map there.
Yeah.
We can show them one page. Anne bought a map while we were over in the UK. And what it shows is it shows all the places in the UK that are allegedly haunted, that you can stop at, and actually there's a haunting associated there. And you probably can't see this, but if we bring it a little bit closer, all those little letters there, every single one of those little letters there is the name of a place and what haunts that particular place. So there's nothing in the UK here. There is not one spot where you would put your finger where there isn't a haunted site. So, yeah, we'd like to see all of these.
Is that okay?
Yeah, is that okay? That should take about a week or two.
And there's something on the other side as well. What's on the other side? Occult Orkney? Is that where Twat is?
Yeah.
I think we can't mention the Orkneys to poor Gail.
No.
She's traumatised.
So if I just go a little bit closer for you.
I'll see if I can get the light on for you so you can see it. Hang on.
This map is absolutely fantastic. It really is. But to give you an idea.
Now you come back a little bit. Yeah, that's all tiny itty-bitty writing on there.
Yeah, and they're all places that have hauntings. So, yeah, all of those.
And then
That'd be a good start.
Books.
That'd be a good start.
Then I've got the books that go with it. Like, if we can do every single one of these ones in here as well, that would be great.
Oh, I can't ever put maps together.
I know.
Again.
Just as soon as she said, "Oh, that's a little bit close now," as soon as she said, "Can we have a look at that map?" I thought, I just got that bastard folded up. Sina said, "I saw someone today use a salt gun in an investigation. That was interesting."
A salt gun.
Salt gun. What were they using it for?
Were they shooting at ghosts or something with a salt gun? I've never heard of a salt gun.
Tropoville said, "I got smashed in the face the other night by a spirit. It was rum."
Oh, Penny says, "I gave her a reading at Hannah's Hens and I was right. Thank you."
Oh, thanks, Penny. I don't mind my red lips and my red glasses too. I'll never look as beautiful as my daughter, though. Evening, ladies. What is your opinion on apps? Oh, here we go. I personally don't believe in using apps as there are so many possibilities of fakers. Yes, you are right. I believe in using purposely built equipment, cameras, photos, voice recorders. So My opinion on apps is that we should try it. But you are right. There are so many ways that people can fake things. And for me, if the app works in airplane mode, that is a bonus. We have used some of the apps in the way that they do the Estes method, where we have people on headphones calling out what they're hearing with the portal is one of the ones we use. And they're not being influenced by the questions being asked. And we've had conversations back and forth. So it's interesting. I'm not going to completely discount it, but if it accesses your microphone and it won't work in airplane mode and accesses your microphone, it means it's listening to what you're saying. And depending how the app is written, it can then give you words associated with the words you are using in your questions. Like if you said, is there anything evil here? Well, it's going to hear the word evil, so it'll start giving you words like dark, shadows, demon, devil, whatever. If it accesses your location, that means it's looking where you are on the maps, and it will notice that you might be at an abandoned hospital or an old jail, and it will start giving you words associated to the location you're at. And that's cheating. I really don't like that. But in this day and age, we still have not worked out exactly what's going on. And quite frankly, some of the equipment that is out there is as bodgy as all duck. And they're just churning out equipment. And I sell the equipment. I will only sell equipment that I think is decently made. And that I can get hold of. People don't even understand how to use the equipment. It's another EMF meter. There's a group going around that has 20 different types of EMF meters, and they put them all up as that's their investigation. That's one thing that they're looking at, and that's only in an environmental change. You've got to look at all sorts of things, as you mentioned, the cameras and the photos and the voice recorders, but even voice recorders, if they're not set properly, like if you use one of these, one of the Zooms, I can tell you now you won't get any EVPs. The quality is so amazing. You don't get to the crickets in the background that sound like Beelzebub saying he's going to come and slit your throat. Oh, I've just got on my high horse, haven't I? But I'm very passionate about that, David. I agree with you. There is a lot of bullshit apps out there. Who are your favourite YouTubers to watch? I like Girl with Dogs.
Hey?
Girl with Dogs.
Girl with Dogs.
She washes and grooms dogs.
Oh.
That's favourite YouTuber. She didn't say paranormal.
Oh.
Do you have favourite YouTubers?
No.
And I watch Josh Cahill. He does travel and planes. But I do like Girl with Dogs. I can't watch the paranormal stuff. Like Jenny will make me watch things now and then, but it's to help us understand how we should be videoing a little bit more. Not necessarily us being over the top, but you can't have long scenes where it's the same shot for 3 or 4 minutes. It's just people will start playing on their phone, and I can guarantee you do that if it was the one thing and somebody talking for that long. So Leanne, Renata, how do you know which deck of tarot cards to use?
Well, again, that depends on where you're starting at and if you're starting or whether you've been doing it for a while. So if you're starting, my suggestion is always to start with the Rider-Waite deck, because that is the one that every other deck is based on. And it is structured so that most of the books that you find or things that you find online will give you the information based on the standard Rider-Waite deck with the standardized pictures and the standardized colors. That's your learning deck. That's the one you start off with. Then if you've been working for a while, or if you really get a handle on that, or you get bored like I do and you want to have a bit of a change, or want to kind of look at stretching yourself a little bit and understanding the tarot in a little bit of a different way, you can upgrade that deck and choose something a little bit different. And now it might be one step away from the Rider-Waite. So it may have the same sort of picture, but just shown differently or drawn differently, and then you can sort of experiment even more. So there are so many hundreds of decks. You've got to really just choose something that you're drawn to and that ignites your psychic senses. So, none of this rubbish that it's got to be given to you and you can't buy your own. It has to be gifted.
No,
and that's all rubbish. Go and buy whatever you think is going to be awesome, and that will keep you interested.
Fairy Dragon says, Stash, thank you so much. I hope you are both feeling well and healthy. Hope this is a great year for you guys. You are helping us and Cousin Steve get to America to do some filming. Speaking of which, Amber Lee Jones, if you ladies come back to the USA, I suggest Waverly Hills. Yes.
Yes, we would love to.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need a GoFundMe so we can hire it. Tracy Winchester, ladies, how do you know when you feel a ghost? I used to think I'm losing the plot, but I felt a few things, that have made me think otherwise. I had a car accident a couple of years ago. It was 10 years and a week to the day my sister died in a car accident. Oh, gosh. Someone was in the car with me telling me to hang on. I've always respected the dead. I can't explain the fascination with ghosts. Have a lovely night, ladies. Always taking what you are doing on here. Oh, thank you, Tracy.
Thank you.
Oh,
well, that's a very personal experience.
Yeah,
and
wow.
I would absolutely take that as a visitation from a loved one. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And no one can take that away from you. It is something that you are really connected with in that moment of dire stress. And our bodies react very, very quickly when we're in that space. And it may be something that literally lasts a second, but for us, it lasts a really long time, which might mean a couple of seconds. But it's this time thing that sort of stands still and gets extended. And you have that amazing experience where your brain just opens up wider than it ever has before to take in everything that's going on. So, yeah, you had an experience, my friend.
So Penny on Instagram, she would like to know what sleep paralysis is and could you please explain it? So there are different stages of the brain when you fall asleep or you wake up. I don't know if you've ever been in bed where you are lying there and you're falling asleep and all of a sudden in your mind you're starting to dream, but you're still awake and you might be walking or doing something and you trip or you fall and in bed you go, whoa, and you jump. That is because your brain hasn't fully disengaged. So the brain will disengage the physical motions of the body to keep you safe when you're sleeping. Sometimes you see dogs that are twitching and running in their sleep and yelping and carrying on. But humans we do it better than what a lot of dogs do. But sometimes the brain doesn't quite disengage properly. So first off, there's the old hag syndrome where you're falling asleep and you feel like there's somebody sitting on your chest and you're paralyzed and you can't move. So that is the stage where your body has started to disengage your muscles so that they won't move and you won't harm yourself, but you haven't completely let your brain go to sleep yet. So all of a sudden you freak out because you realize you can't move your arms and your legs and you feel like you're paralyzed, but it's just because your brain's now had this adrenaline rush and this freak out. Whereas if you can just relax and go, oh, no, that's just my brain, it's just my brain, you'll find that everything can move. It's the same thing when you're coming out of sleep and you're waking up. Sometimes your brain will wake up your eyes and those senses quicker than what your body does, and your body will not move. I know my body doesn't like to move most mornings. But that is what sleep paralysis is. It's not actually paranormal. It is the brain not disengaging properly. Thank you, Penny. Hello, Beckaloy. Thank you so much. You're helping Cousin Steve come away to America with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You are so kind and generous. What cruise are we going on? Looking for one now will be our first. The one we're going on this weekend is with my daughter, which is her first time. She wanted to go on Royal Caribbean. So it's just 5 nights down to Hobart.
Next weekend.
Not this weekend, next weekend. Yeah. Hobart and I'm just keen to get on that ship. Hobart and Melbourne. And then Roman and I had some credits from our New Zealand one that was supposed to go on, where they ended up cancelling 3 ports because of barnacles on the hull. And so we had to use our credits. We had like $1,100 in credits they gave us. So we're just doing, I think, 3 nights down to Hobart and back. He's going to go and have a glass of scotch at Lark and come back. That one's P&O. But if you want parties with like lots of stuff for kids and like that real party atmosphere, you do Carnival. If you want grown-up adult stuff, apparently Virgin is really good. And I like P&O. I haven't got that much experience cruising, but I'll give you what I got. Renata's got none. She won't get on a cruise ship. Have you ever gone to a location where paranormal activity was staged? I watched an old Ghost Hunters episode where they had staged activity on the Queen Mary. Yes, I do remember that episode, and we stayed on the Queen Mary.
We did.
Not long ago. Possibly, but we didn't actually catch them in the act, but there were a couple of things that happened where something was thrown and the person that we were suspicious of doing it happened to be the last person coming out and practically jumped on the person in front of them going, oh, my God, something was just thrown. And also there was another one where there was a piece of wood wedged underneath the door on the inside. And we're a bit suspicious of that as well because we could have shown how it could have got there because you could still get your hand in and get your hand to that wood. So possibly. I just have no respect for anyone who feels the need to fake something. I would rather just sit there in an old haunted location with nothing happening going, this place is freaking awesome and we're just sitting here in it. Of course, I would like something to be thrown at me, believe it or not, but if it doesn't happen, that's the truth of it. Mandy, look where Mandy's from.
Hello, Mandy. We'll be in Glastonbury soon.
4th of March.
4th of March.
You want a coffee? Meet us. We're staying at the Covenstead. Woo! I'd like to thank Renata for my reading a few weeks ago. My project came true.
Awesome.
Congratulations. Surely torches are cheap enough to buy at the other end so you don't. That's true, and you can leave them behind. Good point. Is it just me or have other people felt large vibes in the earth only lasting a minute or so? I don't think I stopped still long enough to notice anything.
I've heard that from somebody else. What is that? Is that you guys, the stash? And
yeah, it was.
Because that's exactly what was sent to me through somebody else's Facebook page. So I don't know what's going on there.
Sorry, I'm eating the rest of my tiramisu. Diet's going well.
Dave says Timu Red pen torch, $6 and bright enough to light up a room.
We've got to get some of those. Oh, I have to get onto Timu. They haven't offered us another what do you call it, reviewing. I think I might have had a tantrum last time about the putting it on whatever it was because we nearly got blocked from. Oh, Jesus, time's not. I love an LED stick that has a stand and you can also magnetically attach it to metal surfaces so you don't have to hold it. Good, yes. Hope 2024 is amazing. And Connie Bo, thank you so much. I wish I knew who it was because it just comes up as Facebook user, but thank you. Have you seen Spooked Ireland yet?
No.
That would turn you off TV shows altogether. No.
Is that the one, Danielle, with the lady that has the bald head? Is that Spooked Ireland? That would be a shame if it is.
I watched. Now, Jenny just showed me Selena's Spooky Boo. She's young and wacky, but also has opinions, experiences seeming more genuine and less Hollywood. I noticed there was an article up about her faking her sleepwalking as well. I hope that's not true.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Ah, right.
Yeah. Hello, Chantel. When dreams are like deja vu, is that someone trying to communicate on the other side, like a warning or a protection thing?
I think it could be some precognition that you're actually just seeing something into the future, and then you sort of you do it during your waking hours. So it's a tiny little bit of precognition. So I don't think it's necessarily a thing to warn you or anything.
Hello, Melanie.
We don't know how capable our brains are of doing all of these things. You know, again, are we tapping into those parts of the brains momentarily when we are asleep or when we're under stress, or when something is going on that, you know, is out of the ordinary, and a larger part of our brain wakes up just for a moment and allows us in to that sacred spot, and then we're just back to normal.
Oh, thank you, Daisy. Oh, thank you. Yay for Cousin Steve. He was watching too. He said he feels like he's, what did he say, the Make-A-Wish child. We've made a wish that Cousin Steve can come to America with us, and we're trying to get everyone to fundraise to get him over there. He's a funny bugger. You will see more of Cousin Steve once he's back in Australia. We're going to do a regular little bit of a show with him. Yes, I like the pimple popping too, but don't have Barb in the car when you're watching it, because she'll throw up on the back of your head. I watch the guy that washes the footpaths and stairs as well. It's weird, the little things you watch. And somebody who washes carpets. Cooking with Time, Aaron Grasby is good. You love Ken Survival, who goes out camping. No,
we don't do camping.
No, camping is a 3-star motel. And the guy that mows the lawns, they find places where everything is overgrown and nobody's been living there for a while, and they go and clean it. And I tried to get them to come and help my dad, because there's one in Newcastle that does it, and he was ex-Army and my dad was ex-Navy, and I said, look, he could really use some help, but they just gave me the phone number of someone else. And probably have so many people that, yeah. Hello, lovely ladies. I used to follow you from the UK. I'm living in Australia now. Oh, wow.
Wow.
And we've got, hello, Carly. Oh, I apologise for that, about that. I was doing well on the diet. Well, I wasn't dieting. It was that dreadful medication stuff. And Mandy said, I'm working that day, the Goddess Temple shop in the courtyard. Please come and say hi. We're actually there for
that's like
3 days.
1 minute away. We will come and say hello to you, Mandy.
Yeah.
If you can stand for Australians running in going,
we're there from Tuesday till Friday.
Yes.
Please remind us when it gets closer.
Yeah.
Because we have a very bad memory.
Yep. Please do.
We really would love to come and say hi. I do wonder about her sleepwalking, but some foods make her do it. She eats it and sets up cameras. She's taken her clothes off and everything, this poor girl. If she's really a sleepwalker, that's terrifying. Kim, I believe you can get messages from guides. I had a dream in mid-November, someone telling me my mother was going to pass away. I told my kids and husband almost 3 weeks to the day in early December my mum passed away. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Sorry for your loss, Kim.
But, yeah, maybe that was just to prepare you. And they do have what they call crisis apparitions as well, where if someone is in a state of crisis, they can project themselves into your subconscious or into your psychic field. So I don't know whether she was under duress at the time.
Well, we are all connected in one way, shape or form. We're just one big...
cosmic blue avian.
We're just one big parasite on the world.
We are. We are killing our planet.
In all little bits.
We are killing our planet.
Hello, cosmic blue avian.
All right. Well, I think we're done. You've done very well, Renata. How's your back feeling?
It feels shocking.
Okay. She's got a bad back. We need her husband's going to give her a massage tonight and put some hot packs on it.
Yeah, right.
Well, you've done him. That really sounded wrong. You've massaged his back when he's needed, and he's turned to help you out. That's all I can say. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for the people who have sent us the super stickers, and thank you for the people who have joined on Instagram for the very first time.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you for being there. We're going to head off now. See you on the dark side. Be frightfully good. There's a new True Hauntings coming out tomorrow. Don't forget to come out of the stream and go back in, give it a thumbs up and write a comment. Make sure you're subscribed, you mother chuckers. See you on the dark side. Bye.